every morning with drive. Being on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble.
Hello and welcome into the Rookie Prospect Profile Series. This is a Zilla Fantasy Elite production. Today we're going to be looking at running back Tiyon Evans. Tiyon Evans went undrafted in the 2023 NFL Draft, but got picked up by the Los Angeles Rams as an undrafted free agent, and they come into the league out of the University of Tennessee. Looking at some of their physical traits, we can see that Tiyon Evans comes in at 5'10", 225 pounds, giving us that BMI of 32.3. They ran a 4.52 in the 40-yard dash, giving us a pretty healthy speed score of 107.8. Putting in these physical traits along with some of their college numbers into that RStudio model, we get a prospect score of 11.291, which ranks 217th overall out of the 310 running backs in the RStudio models database. Again, we have a lot of people in this range, 215th, 11.4 for a prospect score. Tiyon Evans falling in that range despite being an undrafted free agent. Shifting over to see who the closest comparables are to Tiyon Evans, we're going to see a lot of those same names as some of these other prospects in the 2023 class. We can see that the next best closer than him are Jonas Gray, Josh Adams, Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis, Dion Lewis, and Jeff Wilson, varying degrees of success amongst those guys. And then the next five worst, Rex Burkhead, Kyrie Robinson, CJ Anderson, Myles Gaskin, and Dan Herron. Again, just varying levels of success there. Wouldn't expect, a huge ceiling for Tiyon Evans, but this is, his best comparables in terms of what you can expect as a prospect coming in. So what does he look like in that machine learning model? Let's switch over to that. And we can see that Tiyon Evans comes in with a mean of 10.35, a median number of 10.63. The minimum prediction was 6.29, maximum prediction 14.87. And then getting into the percentile outcomes, 8.00, 8.99, 11.56, and 12.16 for the 10th, 25th, 75th, and 90th percentiles, respectively. Then that mid-50 gap coming in at 2.58. What do these numbers look like for historical people in that 10.3, 10.6 range for what it was predicting Tiyon Evans would have for an average outcome during his career if he should get 80 opportunities? Well, that's going to look like Mike Gillislee right at 10.3. A little bit less than that, Donald Brown at 10, Tyler Algier 9.96. Again, that's a little bit lower. We've got a whole healthy amount of people at 10.4 to 10.7, just to give you some of those names. Deonta Foreman, Elijah McGuire, Sony Michel, Terrence West, Thomas Rawls, Ben Tate, Brandon Oliver, James Starks, and Javorius Allen, all of those in between 10.4 and 10.7. So that's kind of in the range of Tiyon Evans, what you can expect for him in a average season should he get 80 opportunities. It's expecting him to get about a 10.3, 10.6 fantasy point per game average on that season. Getting into the maximum amount there, 14.87. What does that look like if he hits his absolute ceiling? Well, we have at 14.8 Andre Ellington and 14.9 Philip Lindsay, so he's right in between those. Getting a little bit higher than that, Latavius Murray also at 14.9. Elijah Mitchell, 15 flat. Alfred Morris, 15.06. And then we see CJ Anderson, which was one of his comparables in the RStudio model at 15.1 for a career best fantasy point per game season with at least 80 opportunities. And then getting a little bit lower than that is Tevin Coleman, Cordero Patterson, 14.66. Ramondre Stevenson, 14.65, and a whole bunch of people at 14.6. Carlos Hyde, LeGarrette Blount, Tariq Cohen, some of those. So in general, not too bad there in the ceiling aspect, 14 points per game, almost 15 points per game. That's going to get you close to, low-end RB1 numbers should he hit his ceiling at any point during his career. Getting into his rankings amongst the 2023 class, we can see his mean is 22, that median the 18th best, the minimum rank 16th best, and the maximum rank 20th best overall. And then getting into those ranks, 21st, 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 and the 28th best 90th percentile rank at that M50 gap rank of 17. So hopefully the RStudio model and the machine learning model give you a little bit of that additional confidence in making these decisions, especially amongst these UDFAs where, hey, what can I expect from them if they even get the ball? This is what the models are saying, and some of them aren't too bad in terms of ceiling outcome. So hopefully, if he gets those 80 opportunities, we would see a ceiling outcome, but now that is 100th percentile outcome, unlikely to happen. But again, more information for you to make those decisions for each of these incoming rookies. That's going to do it for today's rookie prospect profile on Tiyon Evans. This is presented by Zilla Fantasy Elite. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Have a good one, folks. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, whole crew on top. Really, we on top. Wake up every morning with drive. Been on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble.